Hello, all you dreamy people. Welcome to Dreams Unzipped. It's Kelly Sullivan Walden, aka Dr. Dream, and I'm so thrilled to be with you. On Dreams Unzipped, we uncover the beauty of your dreams to reveal the truth of who you are. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, I have the honor and privilege of sharing time with one of my favorite dreamers on planet Earth and probably in the entire galaxy and maybe even the universe. King dreams a lot himself, Walter Berry. If you're listening, you can hear him chuckling because he can't hold himself back. If you're watching, you can see a little glimpse of him right now up there at the top laughing, and he always makes me laugh. He brings joy to dream work. He takes it out of the head and into the heart and into the body and into the world, and it's so amazing. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Walter Berry, let me tell you a little bit about my friend King Dreams a Lot. He is a certified dream worker based in Los Angeles, Marina Del Rey to be specific, and he's a longtime member of the IASD. He's conducted both workshops and morning dream groups in a multitude of the yearly dream conferences. I've been at many of his morning dream groups, and I can still remember the insights. I can still remember like it was yesterday how much I got from being in these lively, adventurous workshops. He's the chair of the Dream Ball for the 2017 IASD conference, and he's also on the arts committee for the 2017 conference. Okay, so I have to talk about him behind his back. So Walter, cover your ears so you don't hear any of this. So for those of you who don't know Walter, you got to know that he is a party unto himself. So the fact, and he is one of the biggest, most greatest dreamers there are. And when it comes to the Dream Ball, this is a place where people dress up in the character of something or someone that appeared in one of their dreams. And Walter always, I think he always wins. Walter, do you always win?
Yes.
He's an artist and he works in the film business. So he's just so creative. He doesn't do the ordinary thing of like, there was a doctor in my dream. Maybe I'll dress up like a doctor. No, we're talking like bells and whistles and sparklers and multi-dimensions. I mean, it's awesome. He takes it always to a higher level. So the fact that he's in charge of the ball, that alone says you got to be there. If you want to bring your dreams into reality and explode them into serendipitous, synchronicitous delight, you got to go. You got to be there. Okay. So what else about Walter? Let me see. His weekly dream groups that he conducts in LA, as I've mentioned before, he's been featured in the LA Times and the New York Times. His emphasis is in using the visual in working with dreams. He is currently writing a book on the subject. It's called Drawn into the Dream, but using drawing. And what's so great is that if you're somebody like me who cannot draw to save their lives, I mean, nobody wants to be my partner in Pictionary, put it that way. I can barely draw a stick figure. I can draw. In Walter's workshops, I'm so empowered to draw my dream, and it's so insightful. I use that sometimes in my own work, and he's taught me how to be empowered, even if you're not naturally gifted in that area like he is. He was featured in Chicken Soup for the Soul, Dreams and Premonitions, and his incredible story about being a death chicken and the Dalai Lama and transforming death. And there's so much I could say about him. He's been a guest lecturer at Harvard University. Is the audio cutting out?
No, I'm fine.
You're hearing? Okay.
I'm hearing okay.
I'm hearing a little static, but I think that's just what's going on in my head. That's just me. So he has lectured at Harvard University, the California Institute for the Arts, and California Institute of Integral Studies. He's been a regular guest on my show, Dreams Unzipped, and you've heard him and felt him and dreamed with him, I'm sure. So he is a professional lighting designer in the motion picture and television field. He's currently lighting television shows. Can I say which one? Can I drop a name? Two Broke Girls. Two Broke Girls. And if he wanted to name drop this whole show, he could. So maybe we'll get him to do another little name drop for those of you who care about these things. Inquiring minds sometimes want to know. But anyway, just put it this way. He's a big deal. and we're so lucky to have him. And we love his girlfriend, Janet Etchelman.
Oh, no, that's the artist I've been working with.
Oh,
You know,
I'm so sorry. So that's another Janet.
Sorry, two Janets, yes.
Oh, you're just surrounded by Janet. Okay, so you're doing this piece on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, designed by Janet Etchelman.
Yeah.
Which coincidentally is a piece entitled Dream Waves. All right. So I could keep going on with your bio, but I just need to bring you in. So enough with the bio. Holy God. I can't wait. I'm chomping at the bit. Welcome to Dreams Unzipped. King dreams a lot. Walter Berry. Woo! The crowd goes wild.
Thank you.
Okay, so what is this dream installation that you're doing on Sunset Boulevard?
It's just coincidentally, I got hired as a lighting designer to do this, and it's a giant like web piece that is made of almost like fish netting, but not like girls'
Is it
fish
on right now? Is it happening? Can we see
Not
it?
yet. It should open in about another month. They've been waiting to finish the buildings and stuff. So it's like 85 feet high and 35 feet wide. And it's this beautiful woven, strange, wonderful thing made out of thread, basically, or like fishing, like fishing fishermen kind of things, and colored and everything else like that. And my job was to light it. And so it looks. I mean, even the artist so far, I think, is really, really liking it. So what I did is since it's about dreams, I decided what I would do is I would actually make, because it runs all night. It goes from sundown to sun up. So what I did was I made like 12 hours of programming. It took forever. But we made the cues that I made like that are based on dream states, like lucidity and going to sleep, the hypnopompic, the hypnagogic, the REM sleep, deep sleeps. That's different phases of this as we go through the night. There's waves that come through with different dreams, and so it actually, you have a sense. I mean, people would probably never know unless they actually ask me. But there's these lights. Sometimes the little neuron pops. Little lights pop up with little lights shoot up, and then the rest of it is red, and it turns to purple and green, and It's a lot. It was a lot of fun to do.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. Will you make an announcement so we can all come out and can we do something?
Absolutely.
Can we have a little party or something?
I would love to. Yeah, there'll be an official opening with the city and the mayor probably and all that stuff hopefully too. So we'll see. Yeah.
How wonderful, with the subliminal message that we should not take our dreams lying down. We should pay attention to that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I know that you're very, very involved in this year's International Association for the Study of Dreams conference. It's happening in June. It's happening June 16th through 20th at the Anaheim Wyndham. It's the Wyndham Hotel in Anaheim, California.
Yeah.
And so I know you're going to be doing all kinds of things there, which we'll talk about in a moment. But just because it's been a little while since I've seen you, probably over a month or so. And I know that you have been going through a lot of personal stuff, personal things that that's also your dreams have been helping you with. And would you be willing to share a little bit about what's been going on behind the scenes of King Dreams a Lot?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because my mother passed about a month ago, and she was like 88 years old. And before she passed, I went back because I knew she'd had a stroke, and so she went back to see her and stuff. And she had she portrays it as a real event. And a lot of times people, people I know that in Canada that have studied all this dreams of the dying. Dreams of the dying are very unique. Wonderful. For me, it's a place where I love dreams. Where one foot is in the other side and one foot's in this, and so there's this unique ability that they have that goes on with people, even if they've never done any dream stuff. My mother has this dream, only she says it's actually true. She says this is not a dream at all. She says what happens is that when I was in the hospital, it was the night that she almost died. Is that she's in her hospital room. And this black man comes in, and he closes the doors and the windows and locks them all. And she goes, "Oh my goodness, what's going to happen here?" She gets a little afraid, and then he takes his clothes off and goes and opens one of the windows and pees outside the window, out the window, right? And I go, okay. And then what he does, he puts his clothes back on and he leads her. He takes her to the other side of the room. And it's a huge cavernous room, right? Because we think that this may not actually be the hospital. It's like the size of a warehouse. And at the other end are all these cribs, the ones that where they have the newborn babies, but there are no babies there. There are no babies there. And so he sits with her all night long, and then she wakes up. So she tells me this thing about 4 or 5 times. And I think, wow, this was, because again, it's my interpretation, but I thought, this is, for me, this is the angel of death. This is and again, you can do anything you want to with it. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, anybody's, but I don't care. There's something about the angel of death here. This guy, this amazing guy who pees out the window. It's like, this is what you have to do. You have to take your clothes off. If you're going to go, you have to take your clothes off. You have to strip of your personality, of everything else, get rid of it. Then you have to basically pass everything else into the other side. You have to pee. It's the last thing you do in life. And so, and then the whole thing with the cribs was it's about being born again. It's about all those hundreds of generations. And it was an amazing dream that brought me to the place of understanding that it was okay for her to go. And it was really important. That's sort of the synopsis of it. And I had dreams about that actually laid into that, where I saw her with the cribs and stuff. So there's a continuation of that dream too, for me, from my end of it.
Which was, wasn't there something about the babies, and there was a certain amount of babies, and there was the certain amount of, you've got a number of children in the family, but you said, but why are there this different?
You have a good memory. Basically what it was in my dream, it was actually the 7 children that she had, and then it was the grandchildren that she had, and then it was the great-grandchildren, and then it carried on and on and on, as though the light that she had brought to this world, the light she brought to this world just continues on from generation to generation. And that's such a good feel. It is, as hard as death is to face, I'm not a death chicken so much anymore, and I can, deal with this.
Yeah. I'm struck by that because, it's a funny thing to say I'm a death chicken. I think we all are. I don't think anybody's just like the death warrior. Yeah, bring it. I think we might have moments of that, but I don't know that any of us really live there. So I think we're all death chickens. But the fact that you came out and said that you were, and then and in the Chicken Soup for the Soul Dreams and Premonitions book, you talk about your trajectory being avoidant of it, which some people are. They won't go to hospitals. They won't go to a funeral. They won't go to a cemetery. And you had been in that camp, and you had a dream that transformed that. So people will have to read about that in Chicken Soup for the Soul Dreams and Premonitions, because we've got other fish to fry on this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. But can you say, those dreams, did they help you cope? This is such an immediate thing that just recently happened. Often we don't comment on these things until years later when we put it all together, but you're still kind of in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So can you say that are your dreams playing a role in you being able to find some peace with this?
Yeah. There's a depth to the dream, and there's some of the dreams that are distressing. There are that comes too. Where it's like there's a sense of loss, and I had one with my mother we're going to look at this tax forms, and she's angry, and there's she can't get through the line, and there's a number of things that are kind of frustrating dreams about this, but there is this sense that I don't know what it is, but it's bigger. This is big stuff. That's what I recognize that when people pass in your life, it's a big deal, and it's more than just like a day's worth of stuff. Like, oh yeah, mom's dead. Okay, done with that. It's not. It's a very big thing, and it's been playing for a while now. I know play further, I think, into that thing. But I'm hoping that I can stay with the idea that with that dream that she had with the black man, and the dream that I had following up with the same dream, and then he's carrying on, that maybe I can feel into this and be okay with it somehow and hold it. That's kind of the sense of it.
Well, it feels like a very, very beautiful process that you're in the midst of, and it's one that I'm very interested in, and I talk a lot about death on this show. It's like it's just interesting that dreams and death, they all kind of blend together, because both of those take place on the other side. And it seems like understanding dreams in some way gives us some depth or some connection and some acclimation to understand what's on the other side of this life. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And I'm always curious about what's the best way, like, what does it look like? I mean, do we have to grieve? Do we mourn? How long? And, you know, I don't know. I'm watching you, just so
Yeah.
you know, because I really love the process that you're in. It's a beautiful one. I deeply admire it.
Yeah.
And
Also, it has to do with my book. I mean, not to go to the book, but
let's go there. No, please, for God's sakes, we want your book to come out. For
yeah,
God's
no,
sakes.
I'm not writing it. It's writing me. You know,
Nice.
that's where you get to that certain point where you go, okay, this is writing me. But what I think that the book is about is not just about dreams, but it's the sense of awe. And that sense of awe is not just a thing like, oh, wow, isn't this cool when I'm looking at a cool painting? It's the sense of awe that includes death. It includes horrible things. And it's that stepping on the other side that you're talking about. It's really important. And so the whole book is all these dreams and instances and things where it's about that sense of awe where you know where that place, I'm having it right now when I sit with you, because there's like, I don't know, I'm sure you can feel it. There's something going on in my soul that this
yes, I feel it.
I have presence, I have thing, and you do, and I can feel it from you. It's about empathy. It's about caring about other people. It's about, it's this sense of awe that I get when I stand in front of a Jackson Pollock, or when I'm working a dream and I'm flying with somebody, or I'm, in the depths of the ocean, or it is so beautiful. It's what life is about. It's what life is about. And if we can capture those experiences and find them, because they're there all the time. I mean, I can go out in the front yard today and just look at the grass and get into that place. I mean, anyway, so the sense of awe is what my dream's about, my book's about.
And what your dreams are about.
Yes.
I can feel it. And you read me a piece of, so I'm one of the lucky people that's had a little preview of coming attractions. And so you are writing from inside the place of awe and wonder, and that channeling place, that place where there is, whether it be another being or it's just your higher soul that's coming through you. So this book is going to be very special, and I can't wait to get it and buy many copies of it and help you promote the heaven out of it. So let's talk a little bit about the things that you're going to be doing at IASD at the conference, the 16th through 20th of June. There's still tickets available at asdreams.org.
Yeah.
We already talked a little bit about the Dream Ball. Is there anything else you want to say about that?
Well, because it's my thing. I love the Dream Ball. It's like this incredible place where you can dance and become somebody else and everything else like that. This year, I happened, because I'm a lighting designer, I got some free stuff. I got an entire giant lighting rig that I'm bringing in. It would normally cost about $5,000 to put in there. And we're going to light this place up, and we're going to throw up video images on the wall of dance sequences and movies and all kinds of stuff, and it's going to be a raucous affair with a great 5-piece band, live band that we have. And so it's going to be great.
Oh.
So that it's some of the people actually, I heard from Richard Wilkerson, who said some of the people are just coming because of the ball.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it's like the comic relief. It's the fun. Even if the character that you come dressed up as was a scary character, like, you get to find the joy in it. And I can't wait to see the multi-dimensionality. And you're in charge of the art, the art. There's always a dream art contest.
Yes. I was part of the jury for that. Yeah.
So you're part of the jury for that. So maybe you've already seen Joan Gelfand's film, the film that Dana and I co-produced with her.
Yes.
The Ferlinghetti School of Poetics.
Wonderful piece. Wonderful.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did. I did. It's beautiful. So I'm not allowed to say anything much more.
No. But I'm excited to. Joan and I are very.
It's great. It's a great piece. It really
Joan
is,
and I are very excited about talking about, a subject that's near and dear to your heart also, that's about creativity and dreams and how to bring those things together. So we'll be talking about that, but that was so much fun That was amazing. Okay, so there's the dream ball, and
Mhm.
we've got the dream art. So if somebody, is it too late for people to submit their art if they had a?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Okay.
it's already been done. Yeah,
All right.
that's
Well,
all.
if you go to the art exhibit and to
Mhm.
the, you will be so inspired, and you'll have 1,000 ideas of things that you can do with your dreams to actually materialize them
Yeah.
into some form that extends the dream beyond the dream bridge into this reality. And there's something magical that happens. There's so much that is just so inspiring. And then you normally present the dream groups in the morning, but you're not doing that this year because you've
Mhm.
got way too many other things to do.
That's true.
You've opened up some space for other people to do it, so it'll be wonderful. But tell us about the workshops that you're going to be presenting, or what you're going to be presenting.
Well, I'm going to do three of them this year. One of them is my
Is
own
that
one, which is,
all?
oh, that's all, just three. But I'm doing a conjunction with two other people. But the first one will be the one I am going to do is myself. Is I do the dreams and the drawing thing that I normally do. This like so important. It is so important that if you can draw, if you give them a big piece of paper, we don't care if you can draw or not. You just put stick figures, and when the dream, when we put it up, we put it up in front of the group, it comes alive. I swear that it absolutely becomes the dream. And we can, in a sense, talk to it. It sounds kind of goofy, but it's like it just becomes a magical place, a portal inside the dream. So that I'll be doing that because that's really my forte. That's the strength of what I do every week here in Los Angeles.
There's a
This
particular way, Walter, just to acknowledge you, for people that haven't yet had the blessing of sitting in Walter's space when you get to share a dream. The way that you listen to a dream, it's like your presence amplifies the dream. I mean,
Mhm.
every time I've shared a dream with you, it's like, oh, it's like there's a magnet. You pull it out, the details and the
Yes,
feelings and the
yes.
richness and the layers. And it's all of a sudden it starts to pop, and it starts to make sense. Not that we try to figure it out, but it
Mhm.
starts to really correlate with what is going on in life, and how to make sense of these things, and how to just show up in a more powerful way. So you have such a gift, and it's not just entertaining, like for da 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 da,
Yeah.
purposes. It's like, but it's fun, it's exciting, it's entertaining. You are so so gifted. So Drawn into Dreams is the perfect name, because you do draw people in, you draw out their dream, and then you draw on using obviously the double
Yeah.
entendre.
Yeah, and if I can draw it out and stand in the space of awe, that's all that matters. Doesn't even matter what the dream is about. If we could just stand with the dream in that place where we're connected to the unconscious, where we're connected to the collective unconscious, to our souls, to the people who have passed on, to each other in the room. It's just it. There is this incredible, amazing sense. You know it where you're alive. I am alive when this happens, it's great stuff.
Yep. It's like the kaleidoscope of being
Yeah,
reveals itself, because
I love
it's loved, it's invited, the
that.
soul shows up.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
that's one of the workshops. Phew, phew, phew. Okay, I need a cigarette now. I don't even smoke, but I need a couple of them.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, and you're doing something that has to do with lighting, shining a light on
Yes,
dreams?
actually, we're doing another one called Lighting Our Way into the Dream, which is actually what we're going to do is go try something with, I have Diana Grigg, who's a psychologist who lives in Vancouver, who's an amazing person. She works with dreams a lot, and she and I are going to really walk down inside of a dream or two, but we're going to do it with light. I'm going to take those same lighting instruments, the ones that I'm borrowing, and we're going to fill the room with light, and I can pick any color of the rainbow, and we're going to find the right light, the color light that fits the dream, and we're going to fill the room with whatever color that is. It's a turquoise or a blue or a red, and we're going to see what that does to the dream and the dreamer and the presence of it. And we're going to walk down into the dream and try to experience the dream. That's kind of what it's about. Yeah, it's going to be great fun.
Oh, okay. This conference cannot come soon enough.
Oh,
I'm
it's gonna
so is there anything else you want to say about the conference, about what's on your heart regarding dreams at the moment? Is there, I mean, you're going through so much and you're using your dreams to help you navigate in such a beautiful way. Any final thoughts that you'd like to leave our
Yeah,
viewers and listeners with?
yeah, it is. If we can, all of us have these dreams every night, and if we could just take a moment every day or whenever we have them and say, wow, how does that bring me a sense of awe? How can I really be a part of this dream and have this dream a part of me? If I can have that, then that's a really great thing. And the other thing I would say that on a sort of a technical note is that people also can go to a day of the conference. There's a way, if you look at the site, they can go to a single day, because there's, because some people here can't spend the whole time at 5 days there, but boy, you're welcome to come for a day.
Right. And if you're going to come for a day, Saturday, that's when you're presenting Saturday twice.
Saturday and Sunday and Tuesday I'm presenting, but it's like it would be good. And Jeremy Taylor's speaking, I think, Saturday night. The keynotes are just fabulous. So just you can look at the list.
Yes, we've got Jeremy Taylor, we've got Stanley Krippner, oh my God, Gail Delaney, yeah, oh yeah. And so many others, and Patricia Garfield.
Yeah, they're the founders of this whole organization. That's why we're doing it. It's just like these are the people who started all this.
I just did an interview with Gail Delaney, and this woman is on fire. She is on fire, and she is juicy. She's going to be talking about some juicy subjects. I was kind of shocked. I was like, she made me blush a few times, and I don't blush that easily. It's not just there is an academic aspect to this conference, but it is not just a buttoned up thing. You get kind of all of the colors and all of the flavors of the palette. You get the erudite kind of thing, and then you get the completely wild, and then everything in between. So if you haven't yet purchased your ticket, even for a day or for the whole conference, go to the whole conference if you can, because this is a once a year thing. It's in Anaheim, California, June 16th through 20th. You can go to asdreams.org to purchase your tickets and scroll around and find out more about the presenters and the Dream Ball. So if you got to go to the Dream Ball. So, this is what I'm doing. I'm now sorting through my dreams to think of, what character am I going to be? What am I going to, which dream? Oh, I have to put that together. So last year I was kind of boring, but I jazzed up my costume with at least like a crazy wig, crazy pink. Oh, no, not last year, the year before. Anyway, So thank you so much, Walter King Dreams a Lot, for joining us on Dreams Unzipped Day. And I look forward to seeing you at the conference, if not sooner. Thank you for sharing your light, your love, your passion, and your dreams. And I'm so drawn into dreams, all because of you. So to be continued. Thanks everybody for listening and or watching. And until we meet again, don't take your dreams lying down.